I chose an athlete, competition never matched me. We ain't go together like camouflage and polka dots. Focus on your position, just know your spot. Sure, don't stop, it's a long season. They planning on winning for the wrong reasons. Trying to get my number retired, can't let these frauds beat us. I figured out the recipe, never let opponents get the best of me. I'm focused on my legacy.
Big chips, man, I need that. Hustle hard on the job, you can see that. On my hit is real good, we don't need your feedback. They clear the way with my...
It is a building that first hosted football way back in 1966 as EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to Oakland, California. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Jacksonville Jaguars and the Oakland Raiders. Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season, Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Ready, 30 base.
55 for Mike. In your face.
A first carry for Leonard Fournette. And that is the kind of tackling they want to see all game as he'll lose yardage to start things out. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And that'll make it 2nd and 12.
At the 23-yard line.
Let's go. 10-2 stop.
From the gun, Forbes. That one complete to D.D. Westbrook. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So as you said, you shrink the playbook, pick out the plays that work best for you. And you know what else you're looking for? Who are the freshest guys coming off of the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
Mike 55, Mike.
Go.
Here we go.
Ready.
From the gun on 3rd down. Forbes. Open man is Westbrook, complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. The Jags picking up the first down there, a gain of 12.
Break.
Mike 55. Here we go. Check 13.
Fournette, a first down carry. And able to work about 5 yards out of this as he's taken down up near the 47.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
Now with a play clock at 4, we're going to get a timeout called. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Come on, set. 18 Gator.
Come on.
Let's go.
Now a give, right side. It's Taylor, and very little running room there. He did get a couple up to the 49.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Here we go, here we go. 8, read.
Not today, Ron. Not today. You go tight. You got
6-6, pull it high. Big rip.
On 3rd and 2, Forbes. He's got his tight end, Oliver. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first.
Here we go, set. 50, plant. 55. I'm on. Yep.
motion. Check. Shift. Check.
Now Taylor. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold him to a short gain on 1st down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Hey, box truck.
55, 955. I got you. Hey, check mine. Let's go.
2nd and 9 now. He'll take a shot for the end zone. Oh, he almost had it for the pick. A great chance there for the interception in the end zone. Instead, 3rd down. 8th play of this opening drive coming up. This is 3rd down.
Twist.
Hey, orbit.
55, 955. Hey, eat. Let's put him on the buses. Let's put that team
Now.
Operating from the gun. Forbes looking long for Westbrook. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty. And it's 4th down.
Chances are good he's going to be a very busy guy. 2 catches already in this opening drive, and they were looking his way for a 3rd.
I think they put this defense on notice that could be a really, really frequent combination. He was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback. Carr and the Raiders come up 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. On the ground, this is Jalen Richard. He'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 23.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Now 2nd and 7 from the 23.
Watch the safety creep.
Here's Carr to throw. He's got the hook up here on the comebacker, complete. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. A gain there of 21 yards.
Down. 56. 180. 180. One good. 180. Later 9.
On first down, Carr. He's got his man on the crossing route. 2 choke plays in a row. The last one was over 20 yards, and so is this one. So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line. Wilson with a first down carry. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
From the 30 on second down, Carr. It's Wilson. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
2-yard loss brings up 3rd and 7.
Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks.
56. Hey, that QB's trash. Let's go.
No score after 1 on EA Sports. The 25-yard line is what they need here. This is 3rd down.
Hey, switch gears, switch gears.
Now Carr. Try to get it to Williams, but it's intercepted. Picked by Riley Harrison. And they will finally get him as he's all the way down near the 40-yard line. No doubt a very disappointing end to what was a pretty strong opening drive.
They had 3 points in their back pocket. It was there for them. If you don't like what you see, just throw it away. Make sure you get those points on the board. Don't get too greedy. He forced it there. You saw the end result.
Now a play fake here on first down. Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Jonathan Abram picks it. On first down, Wilson. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Yannick Ngakoue in on the stop.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 26-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Here we go. White. Bring it. Let's bring it.
To throw, it's Carr. Try to get it to Williams, but it's intercepted. Darius Slay with a pick.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Ready, break.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And this is a unit that, to be frank, doesn't look like they've woken up yet. I mean, a punt and a turnover on their first 2 drives.
And I think the game's starting to take shape a little bit now. And I'm going to take it to the basketball world. When you're having trouble scoring or moving the ball in basketball, what do? Get it to their best player, right? Find a matchup, create it, exploit it, and try to move the football.
Switch it. Come on, switch it.
Recon, 132 fighter.
Slam.
On second down, here's Fournette. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. The tally there, -2 yards, brings up 3rd down.
Some of these play calls, I think they're a little concerned. conservative, but you know me, because it's easy to sit up in this booth, right, and make all the calls and think I'm going to be correct. But I would like to see them open things up, because otherwise this defense is just going to gang up on the run and shut them down.
The Jaguars on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2.
Kill.
Bravo.
From the gun, Forbes. He's got an open man. He completes it to Callaway. And able to get this one out just shy of the 25 at the 24. 16 yards that time on the pickup for the Jags and a first down.
Two Jets bomber.
Check 55 to mine. Defense wins championships, baby. Hatchet.
Ready.
Fournette running right. Eli Apple up from his corner spot to make the play.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense, because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
218, chop. Shoot.
To throw on second down, Forbes. And that going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's third down.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. The Jaguars on third down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6.
Switch.
Off the play fake, Forbes. And it's intercepted. Picked off by Eli Apple. There he goes, right side. And the Raiders are in for 6. Touchdown.
That was an interception, but on the field, the guys who are picking it off, they're not saying that. What word are they using? It's Oski. And that means catch the ball and go the other way.
That's your vernacular. I've never heard anybody say Oski.
Ask around. They'll tell you.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Fielded about a yard deep. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. That one good for a gain of 13 for Jacksonville and a first down. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now Leonard Fournette. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And No more.
Get him, boy! Get him, boy!
No gain on the play. 2nd and 10 at the 36-yard line.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10.
Watch the curl. Watch the curl. Check nickel, nickel, nickel.
2nd and 10. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
That would have been a great catch, but it was real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
The Jaguars on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 10.
Go! Go!
59, mark, 59, mark. Check, 59.
Not here!
Mike's,
Hey!
Mike's 59.
Let's get it together, defense. Let's get it down.
Operating from the gun, Forbes. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 35.
Let's go.
A gain of 29 yards.
2 minutes on the clock, 2nd quarter, 7-0 ball game. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Coming up at the half, a reminder we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend.
Mike the 59.
Hey, watch the ball. Watch the ball.
Mike 59.
On 1st and 10, Forbes. And he'll get that to Fournette, complete. This will be a gain of about 8 to the 27-yard line. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. 2nd and 2. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Corey Littleton. Uses the stiff arm. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And the Raiders are in for 6. Touchdown. So a dangerous pass over the middle into zone coverage, and it bit him hard.
And what's really difficult when you throw it in that direction and versus that zone, that means the linebackers have gotten to their spot, gotten their heads back around, and they can see the quarterback and everything in front of them. And they took big advantage of it, went the other direction, had some blocking, and picked up a touchdown.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. This is taken at the 3. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
On the ready.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football?
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Carl Nassib able to get in there and drop him behind the line.
8 read.
Hey, we got Mike, number 53.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Forbes. And the pressure gets to him again. Carl Nassib, his 2nd sack of the night. Well, the Raiders call on a nickel set for 3rd down.
53, Mike.
Go. Ready?
From the gun, Forbes. And he's going to go down again. Cleveland Farrell. That's now back-to-back sacks, and it brings up 4th down. Here's Logan Cook now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. So we've reached halftime here in Oakland with the Raiders on top. As we'll send you back over to Orlando with our EA Sports Halftime Report, here's Jonathan Coachman. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Raiders with the lead already, and they will get the football here as the second half is now underway. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. The Oakland offense about ready to start this next drive. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. Carr now on first down. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Damon Harrison bringing in 341 pounds of power for the sack. That's their first time getting to the quarterback, sack number 1. And, you know, they had 5 last week, I'm remembering.
And you have to find a way to slow down the pass rush, not necessarily with just protecting your quarterback, but you show them a lot of different looks, and they did that in the first half. You know, different angles, different things to slow down the speed. They got to him here in the second half. Now they've got to come up with a counter to that and maybe do something.
Under pressure again, and down he goes again.
Well, let's go ahead and detail this situation here. 3rd and long coming up, back near your own goal line. I would be very hesitant about throwing the football in this situation.
Maybe just run up the middle?
Yeah, I think that might be the spot for them. You got to try and find some space for your punter because you don't want him backed up where he has to alter what he does.
That's complete to his running back, Wilson. And down he'll go at the 25. 19 yards is the pickup there, but even with that, they're well short. It's 4th down. Here's A.J. Cole now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the 3rd. And a good result there as that'll get out of bounds and pin them back at their 10-yard line. And for an offense that is struggling, this is not where you want to start from. Great punt.
Fantastic punt. And for all those who wonder, what do punters do during the course of practice each and every day? The best ones do what we just saw there. Work on positioning the football and helping their team.
Now this is Callaway on the receiving end. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. 16 yards that time on the pickup for the Jags and a first down. This quarterback now 8 of 15 through the air, but it's 1st and 10 here. Looking to throw. Forbes. That one complete. He finds Sharp. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now, the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
He's coming. We got double up.
The give to Taylor, and he's going to have the first down at about the 38. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Protein spill. Right there in the middle. 55. Let's go.
Taylor. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. here's 2nd and 8. Oliver, the tight end, making the catch. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. The Jags picking up the first down there, a gain of 12. So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 48-yard line. Back to throw. Forbes. And the catch made here by Marquise Lee. And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
Looking to throw. Forbes. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off near the 34. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that.
They'll run again with Wilson. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. The 2nd down play results in a loss of 2 yards.
So statistically, both of these offenses having a rough time getting a running game going. But boy, what a nice play there defensively.
Tackling him behind the line, but you're right, you look at the numbers. Neither side looks on track in the ground game. He's going to go for a big play downfield. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Excellent execution, and now they're set up nicely.
Are they ever? Red zone? I wonder what the next play call is going to be, because after a big play like that, a lot of teams like to use momentum to launch another one.
Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
2nd and goal at the Jaguars' 8-yard line.
Nothing on 1st down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line. 2nd and goal. Another carry for Wilson. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. Defensively, I think they can smell a stop. Ball right around the 5 here, brings up 3rd.
And I think what they've done is they put doubt in the minds of the offensive guys. What do we do? Because now you don't have a go-to play. Either side they pick, throwing it, running it, it won't be easy.
And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. A great job to hold him to just a yard there. Now it's 4th and goal. Daniel Carlson set for the Raider field goal. This to make it a 3-score game late. The kick by Carlson is good, and the lead will grow. It's now 17-0. So with that, you figure this game's pretty much out of reach at this point.
Yeah, it's going to take a heck of a comeback to come from 3 scores down, but don't change that channel. Don't go away. Miracles can happen, and you want to be here in case it does.
You're a company man.
Aren't I, though?
And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And okay, all right, I'm being facetious here, but you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
A 14-yard first down pickup for the Jaguars. This quarterback now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Forbes. That's out to his running back, Fournette. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. A shotgun give to Fournette. 7 yards there and a first down.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of the yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance.
And he's going to be swallowed up. Sacked back at the 45-yard line. Cleveland Farrell able to drop him that time for his 2nd sack of the evening. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. Back to throw. Forbes. And now here is another interception. Picked off by Ronald Darby. And they will set up shop at their own 41-yard line. So cancel the interception, pass interference.
And you know what else gets canceled? The return yardage. Makes the play, but now it's all for naught.
Throwing on first down. Forbes. That's taken in by Callaway. Give him 7 on the play, and it'll make it a 2nd down. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. 2nd and 3. He's got a first down and much more inside the 20. And finally taken down at the 4-yard line. That's good for 28 yards. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. From the gun, Forbes. And that's going to be knocked away in the end zone. It's incomplete. Jonathan Abram able to make the play defensively. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure. The backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
Hey, Delta.
Mike by 5, Mike 55, Mike by 5. Strip the ball. Strip that.
2nd and 4. And that is caught. Touchdown, Jacksonville. From 4 yards out. And the Jaguars make some inroads here on that deficit. Point after by Lambeau, up and good. And that'll cut the lead to 17-7. And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away.
The Raiders take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Oakland offense about ready to start this next drive. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
14 yards is the pickup there at a Raider first. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Throwing now is Carr. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. And finally brought down at the 43. Solid gain of 18 and a Raider first down. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. They run the counter. Wilson. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And that's going to make it 2nd and 14.
6-18.
To throw his Carr. Blitz coming, and down he goes. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first time out. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. Carr and the Raiders following the sack, looking up at a 3rd and long. Shotgun now for Carr. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. And his defense here going to burn their 2nd timeout. But you can also factor in another timeout that they'll get when the clock stops at the 2-minute warning. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. Oh, and what a play on special teams here. This is going to be down inside the 5, all the way down at the 2-yard line.
And he's got to be fired up about that effort. I don't think he could have walked down and placed it any better than where he ended up putting the football. That's excellent.
Throwing to start the drive. Forbes. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down.
Hey, dude.
They'll throw again from their own end zone. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. And both guys were there, but it falls incomplete. So it's Jaguar football here as we welcome you back. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
53, Mike. 53's the Mike. 53.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. He's going to let it fly. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked by Nick Kwiatkowski. That time defensively looked like they showed quite a bit of pressure but backed off, and it proved fruitful. They get the pick.
He went through all of his rules about getting rid of the ball quickly because he read blitz. He saw all those people stacked at the line of scrimmage, and then they fooled him by dropping into coverage. Now he's ready to get rid of the ball fast, but guess what? Too many defenders out there. Exactly as you described, an interception.
This, in all probability, another run here on 2nd and 8. They'll run. Here's Wilson. Even with the good footwork, he'll be stopped just inside the 35.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
So 3rd down now. They need the 27-yard line for a first. Carr to throw. That is caught right at the 10-yard line. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. A big gain there, and that should certainly be enough to put this one in the win column. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And a short pickup there down to about the 9. Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
They'll keep it on the ground. It's Wilson. And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pickup of 3.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
On 3rd down, here's Wilson. Fighting for the end zone. He lost the football. It's out. And this will go out of bounds, so no recovery. And that is how this one will come to an end.
When you take care of every aspect of the game, shut down the run.